All right, so now, unfortunately for your Expo and logarithms practice test, I did not put the points values on here, but I have put them up here. So, especially if you're one of my subscribers, that you can actually see what is going on. Yay! Don't forget to hit the bell, hit the like, all that good stuff. All right, so these are fairly easy. That's why they're 2 points apiece. Okay, so the reason we have decay, growth, and growth. And the reason why is whatever's being raised to the x power, if it is between 0 and 1, it's decay. If it's above 1, it's growth. Kind of fairly simple on that one. All right. Hence the reason 2 points. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So remember down here for part 2, when they're multiplied, you add them. This now becomes e to the 12th. Okay. Let's see, 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then we subtract, so this would be e to the 8th. Now, a couple ways you could actually do number 6. First, I would do this. I would take the cube root of 8. Okay, bam, that's 2. That's an easy thing to do. This other part, this is the reason behind it. I used to tell students just divide, but this is actually cube root of e to 21st, which can be rewritten to the 1/3 power. Now, when it's a power raised to a power, you multiply. So e to the 21st times 1/3. You don't have to write all this down, just whatever notes you need to write to make you remember. So we're going to have e to the 21 over 3. So how many times will 3 go into 21? 7. That's the answer here. Now, I will tell you this. The formatting for this test is very similar. I went through, changed a couple things here and there. That's it. Okay. So for both sets of the test. All right. Kind of fairly. This is a lot, but I tried to trim it down to the main things. Okay. Kind of like for those that's trying to trim your steak down, especially those New York strips. All right. So, compound interest. What was funny, I was actually talking about this in the last block, and I said, all right, we're going to round to the nearest cent because it's dealing with money. And somebody said, is this dealing with money? They waited till today to pay attention. All right. This is going to be our P. All right. And for each option, our other stuff changes. All right. So this is 0.055. This is our R. Okay. Semi-annually, that's our N. This means twice, semi-annually. And then this is our T. So we literally plug it in. 0.055 over 2 times 5. Now, you could do it however you need to. I always start with the little fraction thing first. And yes, and move out from there. All right. So this actually ends up being $7,869.91. Okay. Not too bad. Now, what changes from 7 to 8 is that this, our R changes. Okay. And then we have a different formula. So instead of making you try to remember the formula, I just gave it to you. Okay. Somebody says, why is there PE on a math test? And that's another great thing about being a teacher. Yep. So 6,000. Whoop, 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 whoop. A little much there. All right, this is E. All right, 0.07 times 5. Okay, you could actually plug it in just like that. Remember, E, you'd have to hit second ln to get that to happen. Times 5. All right. 1 times 4, 1. All right. Now, somebody said, I did the answer, and they're like, well, why would it be option 2 and not option 1? You're trying to get more money. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Usually some people can see that just because of the interest rate. But I kind of wanted to throw some different things out there for y'all to see. And I think we talked a lot about, making sure that try to get a good interest rate where it's doing something. Uh, if this would have actually been compounded monthly, we probably would have got more money out of it. All right. So these parts right here are 3 points each. There is a typo on this one. This is supposed to be a -3. Sorry about that. All right. So this would be 3 to the 4th equals 81. Because remember, it's the little number raised to this number equals this number. So literally, it almost goes full circle. Okay. This is 4 to the 4th equals 256. And then 5 to the -3rd power is 1 over 125. Okay. Now, that also could have been 1/3. No, it couldn't have been. Yeah, could have been 1/3. Same difference. No, 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 no. No, it would have been -3. All right. So part 5 is just the opposite of part 10, or sorry, part 4. Log base 6. Okay. This is log base 2. And this one, log base 5, 0. Okay. Just kind of, a little bit of back and forth. I know somebody, again, they says, this looks like a lot of problems. And then literally they were done in 10 minutes. Because it doesn't take that. It's not as much calculations as we used to have, or steps. Some of y'all learn more steps how to do a tic tac to try to get famous, but I saw something on a tic tac. We'll talk about the slim fit later. All right. So on the back, so this is the way it would that you would actually kind of set it up. Is 7 to watt power is 343. Now, I'm not expecting y'all to know all these powers offhand. I'm expecting y'all to go 7 times 7 times 7 to figure out how many times that you multiply 7 to get this. And this is 3. 7 to the 3rd power is this. All right. 15 to the watt power is 0. I'm sorry, not 0. 1. Yeah, 0 is the answer. Yep. That's such a great teacher. I give you the answer beforehand. All right. And then 2 to the watt power equals 1/8. Well, this would be to the -3rd power. Okay. Yep. Again, I think it's really funny that this is covered in Algebra 2, but yet we use it a lot with satellite positioning, missile defense, and things like that. All right. Part 7 is actually just calculator work. Okay, so you just type in log 7. Round to the nearest 3 decimal places, we actually will end up getting. Now, I don't know why there was such a big space on here for this practice test. I have fixed it for the actual test. My bad. But ln 8, 2.079, and then log of 0.5. Well, in this right here, that's ln. That's the button below the log button on the calculator. Oh, my ear. What is in there? Feels like there's a bug or something running around in my ear. Yeah, they're called earwigs. Yeah, they're usually pretty painful when that happens. All right. So, all right, expansion. Remember, when it's multiplied, you can add these like so. Now, yes, I'm sure. So x plus 7 log y. Now, this is the answer. Because you could take that 7th power and bring it down. Okay. Um, with the power rule. Now, I did change all these just to be log base of regular base. That way we wouldn't have to write more little letters or numbers everywhere like we were learning, because that was super annoying. Well, it was for me. I don't know about y'all. Slog, slog, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. Okay, there's that answer. Okay. Now, I could have made this a lot more difficult, but there's not a reason why. If you know these 3 basic things, you can do this stuff. Okay. That's, I mean, we even saw that when we were looking at the intensity of the sound and the decibels and stuff, that basically it actually turned out to be like 10 log whatever the intensity was. Somebody derived that for us, and we stole their work and used it, like all good high school students do. Hmm. All right, we good here? Good deal, pickle. All right, so yeah, 25 was already done because apparently I forgot to erase it. All right, basically it's like this is the original thing. This is what it is after the transformation. And we looked at this stuff on Wednesday, and it really wasn't that much. Um, like for number 26, we have a +5 here, and it's up to the top, so this will actually be the left 5. We have a negative right here, so this is, you could write flipped at x-axis or rotated, depends on your teacher. It's the same thing. All right. 28, then we have a -7. I know that's confusing. This actually means to the right 7. All right, right here we have a vertical stretch, a 2, and then somebody asked, are we going to have horizontal stretch and shrink? I said, no, I even told y'all that in the notes. They're like, we had that on notes? I said, yes. Please go back and look at the completed notes in the videos. Dun, dun, dun. They would know if they subscribe. No, they would know that if they subscribed and actually watched. You could subscribe to a lot of things and not watch it. Well, you get the live version. Well, some people are just more together than others. All right. And believe it or not, that's all 30 problems in less than 30 minutes. Yeah, it's this stuff. There's just a lot. That's the thing. It's just lots of little rules here and there and everything. That's about it. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.